Bismillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah, amma ba'du. This is Arabic class number 8, الدرس الثامن. هذا الرجل excuse me. هذا الرجل تاجر وذلك الرجل طبيب. اسم التاجر محمود واسم الطالب سعيد. هذا البيت للتاجر وذلك البيت للطبيب. بيت التاجر أمام المسجد وبيت طبيب خلف المدرسة. لمن هذه السيارة ولمن ذلك؟ هذه السيارة للطبيب وتلك للتاجر. هذه سيارة من اليابان وتلك من أمريكا. In this lesson, in lesson 8, it deals with several points. And the first point that this chapter deals with is القاعدة اسم إشارة الذي له البدل. مثل هذا الكتاب صغير. And this is the qaida, the principle of this is that a noun which points to that which is the badal. And the badal means the exchange. An example of this exchange is the sentence هذا الكتاب صغير. Now we have to look to understand this example. You have to look into the sentence and how it will be before you make it like this. Without adding the hadha on it, it will be just kitabun saghirun, which the book would be considered the subject and saghir will be the predicate. But since you added an ismu ishara onto it, which is hadha, then that which used to be the subject is now called the badal. It's called the exchange. And this will be further explained when you get to Madinah book 2. This is a easy example that I can find that will describe what is meant by al-badal. Once you add one of the asma'u ishara onto a sentence, then that which was the subject now becomes al-badal. It becomes an exchange. Now the second point that this chapter goes over is هذا يخبر عن شخصين أو شيئين يختلفان في الخبر. مثل هذا طالب من الهند وذلك طالب من أمريكا. And it's saying that when you deal with a sentence which has two covers, and it says this information is about two things or two people. مختلفان في الخبر, but they differ in their cover. Now an example that I gave was هذا طالب من الهند. Now look, it has طالب, which is a person, and hind is a thing or place. وذلك طالب, they go another طالب من أمريكا, and they go another place which were considered a thing. Now when you have two sentences, when you have them connecting, which is in a further chapter we will go over the waw jam. And this waw jam is in this sentence also, and it comes in when it talks about two different students. One of the students are from India and one of them from America. So it deals with how these are two different khabars. And then Hind, and America. And when it means the two different types of khabars, is that you have one khabar that is ma'arifa, which is in the sense of ma'arifa, in majrur. Then you have amrika, which is not in the sense of being ma'arifa, but we all know that it's ma'arifa. But in the sense that it's not ma'arifa, in this sense, the way it's written is not ma'arifa. So when they say that it differs in its cover, it has two differences in its cover, then this is what is meant. That is, have two differences in its cover. The third thing that the chapter goes over is Asma Maksura. Asma Maksura, the broken nouns. Maksura, the broken nouns, is divided into two different types. You got the Asma Maktuba bil Alif, the ones that are written with Aleph, like for example Amrika or Zakaria. Amrika or Zakaria. Then you have the other one, which is Maktuba bin Ya, The one in the written with the ya. For example, Musa and Yahya. Musa and Yahya. The next point that this go over, well, this is actually here is the qaida for that point that is said, which is al-qaida inna isma alladhi yantahi bil alafi yabqa ala halatin wahidatin fi jami' al halati i'rabiyya. Indeed, the noun which ends with alif, it stays upon this one way in all of the gatherings of i'rab, and it's talking about the asma'i maksura maktubat al-alif, the ones who have this at the end, that they never change. Amrika, in any case that Amrika comes in, it'll always stay alif maksura. And this also goes back to what I said from the point of its being of the two different covers and how they differ in their cover, is that you see that in the Amrika it has alif maksura, which will never change in its grammar definition. So that's why this is another proof of when it says that it differs in the cover, but you don't see the difference. But you see the difference, excuse me. The next point that the chapter goes over is the usage of amama and khalfa. And the principle for amama and khalfa is inna isma alladhi yati ba'dahuma majrurun bi idafa. مثل خالد أمام المدرسة or خالد أمام المدرس or صالح خلف مسجد. That the noun that comes after these two, amam and khalfa, then they become majrur. And the definition of majrur means that which has a kasra. So any noun that comes after amam and khalfa, then the noun gets a kasra at the end of the sentence. The next point which goes over is the usage of jalasa. And it has ما فرق بين فلان جالس فلان جالس or جلس فلانا. Now you have جالس, it means تدل على عمل مستمر. It has a proof that jalisun is a proof upon the action which is continuous, which is going on right now. In jalasa tadullu ala amalin mutajarrida, and there's a proof upon the action which is stopped or was in the past, So that is the usage of the two, the difference between jalasa and jalisun. In jalasa be further explained in Medina book 2. But this is all that it gave in Medina book 1 at this time. So inshallah, when we reach the Medina book 2, there's a chapter in Medina book 2 just dealing with jalasa and how to use it and how to change the meaning of it and to have it in different sentences and different tense so that it can be understood. And this is the end of lesson 8. And inshallah, in future I will come in and translate the meaning of the lesson and what it was saying. Well, I probably can do it now, I have enough time. Translation of lesson 8 is this man is a merchant and that man is a doctor. The merchant's name is Mahmud and the doctor's name is Saeed. This house belongs to the merchant and that house belongs to the doctor. The merchant's house is in front of the masjid and the doctor's house is behind the school. Who car is this and who car is that? Basically saying. And this car belongs to the doctor and that car belongs to the merchant. This car is from Japan and that car is from America. When I said that it means that car, it actually doesn't have the word car in the sentence, but the meaning of it meaning another car. And this is the end of lesson 8. وآخر دعوانا إن الحمد لله رب العالمين.